understand that good agencies and good development partners that are going to generate results for you, they pick their clients. Hello everybody, welcome to Search. This week we will talk about how to trust a marketing agency. And this is another question that we get often, is we have prospects who come to us and they say, we've been burnt before. We've had problems with our previous agency, previous marketing agency, previous developers. They made promises, they couldn't keep their promises. And the results of a decision like this always come to the same place. So Joe, when a prospect comes to you, somebody that you're speaking with, it could be an inbound lead or an outreach process, and they say, well, we've been burnt before. We had a developer that promised this. We had a marketer that promised this, but they suck. They don't return our calls, blah, blah, blah. What do businesses out there who need services from an agency or a development partner, what are the questions that they need to ask?
So the first things that business owners should be looking at is they should be doing their due diligence. Do their homework online, research them, look at them up on LinkedIn. How many employees do they have? The employee job titles, how many marketers, how many developers do they have in-house, right? All that is very important to understand the infrastructure of the business and the agency that you're working with. So a lot of times if it's a one-man operation or if it's an operation that you'll see a lot of times where that individual is outsourcing everything, you're not going to get the level of quality that you think you're paying for. So at the end of the day, business owners need to do their homework, need to do their due diligence when researching and analyzing the potential agency that they're working with. Now, do they have references that you can contact, clients, existing clients, or case studies, portfolios, right? So they need to do their homework. And then at the end of the day, they need to ask the right questions. A lot of times business owners are not asking the right questions or do not know how to look out for the right questions. Meaning, if I'm an agency and I'm trying to bring you on as a client, and let's say I'm trying to pitch you SEO and content marketing, my questions are not, hey, how much traffic do you want to generate? Or this is my strategy. I'm going to generate traffic for you. I'm going to generate more visibility. That's the wrong angle. That's the wrong question to ask. That shows me that that's generic, right? Traffic is a vanity metric. What should I be focusing on? What is your bottom line at right now? What are your margins on these products? How, if I were to increase your visibility and your traffic and your conversion rates to this product line or this category, what can you expect to see in return in 6 months or 12 months? Those are the right questions. So a lot of times these business owners get burned because they go with an agency that's saying, I'm going to increase your traffic by 10x, 5x, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, if that traffic isn't converting and if that agency isn't asking what products are your best sellers, what products do you have the best margins on, what products, if you're going to introduce a new product line, are you now going to have an inventory and sitting on 100,000 units that you have to move? If they're not asking those questions, you've partnered with the wrong agency.
Yep. So it all has to do with strategy. And we believe that business owners or e-commerce business owners need to ask questions regarding strategy. But there are, just as Joe stated, there are small things that you can check. And I just want to recap this. I mean, look at the employee count on LinkedIn. Make sure that they're not outsourcing their work. At Optimum 7, we don't outsource any work. Everybody that works on your project is an employee of Optimum 7. Yes, we have multiple offices and we have remote people, but they're all under the umbrella of Optimum 7. They're not freelancers that we found on Upwork. And then there are other considerations, like just make sure that the agency practices what they preach. At Optimum 7, we're visible for thousands and thousands of keywords organically on Google. So how can an agency that says they're going to do SEO for you do SEO for you if they haven't done SEO for themselves? How can they do Facebook marketing if they don't have Facebook ads running? How can they do AdWords if they don't bid on keywords on AdWords and have a strategy on AdWords and YouTube already?
No, and I'm glad you brought that up because that happens all the time when even existing clients, right? Not even just prospects, even existing clients will say, oh, I just got solicited this email from this agency saying that they can do XYZ for me, or these are areas of opportunity, right? What I do is I then show them, I go, well, this is the company, this is their website that just reached out to you telling you that you had errors within your SEO, that these are the areas of opportunity and what you needed to fix. And I just pull up side by side. I go, this is your website right now. This is theirs. This is ours, right? Look at what the difference is. So at the end of the day, do not go with anybody who just tells you XYZ. You have to do your due diligence. And now I know from that standpoint, as a business owner, you have no way of knowing if they have a good backlink profile, if they're ranking for thousands of terms, what their domain authority is, right? We do, right? Consult with someone else that can tell you and guide you in the right direction, because we do that as well, right? We will consult business owners. Even if they do not work with us, we still want to guide them in the right direction.
And this has to do with the value proposition. The agency that you're speaking to, or the development partner that you need help with, let's say migration or custom functionality for your e-commerce site, are they trying to provide value, or are they just trying to get your business? Are they doing an advanced audit for you? Are they actually highlighting true and accurate improvement points, like something that would improve your bottom line, your conversion rates, the different KPIs, the secondary calls to action? So it's very important that you look at all of this. And then once you look at all of that, we get requests sometimes, and it's a little awkward. We'll get an email and they'll put 3 lines and they want a migration and a couple of custom functionalities. And they say, well, how much is it? Reach out to me only by email. Do not call me. And how fast can you finish? This is not the right kind of request. We already know that these people are not serious. So if you are serious about hiring an agency or hiring a development partner, you got to have at least a statement of work, not even a scope of work, but a statement of work. And you need to be able to get on a phone call with them. And we also have, like, when we get contacted, we get, well, give me 3 references. We don't even know who you are. Why would we give you references? Just because you're trying to hire somebody, in our opinion, does not mean that it's going to be a good match for us. We pick our clients as well. So understand that good agencies and good development partners that are going to generate results for you, they pick their clients. We don't bring on any client. And we have fired clients before. If the client does not understand the process, if they try to micromanage, we will fire them. So it's very important that you understand this is not a client agency relationship that a company like Optimum 7 is looking for. We don't want to be the company that you outsource to. We want to be an extension of your marketing department. We want to be an extension of your development capabilities. And that's where the true value lies. In terms of the references, we can have a statement of work. We can get on a phone call. We can discuss. And once we have a cost and a timeline in place, then we're happy to provide references, as many as you need. So, and this happens the other way around as well. When you go to a marketing agency and when you send them a request and they're ready to give you a quote via email without speaking with you, they're amateurs. They're not a real marketing or a development agency. And this is very important. We've been talking about that for a while. It's not about B2C or B2B anymore. It's human to human. So find somebody that you can trust, that you can have a relationship with, that makes sense. And I've said this maybe a year ago. Find one expert that makes sense and check their LinkedIn, check their resources, check their Google, check their videos, check their content. Make sure that that company is visible and is in the marketplace, because their promise is that they're trying to make you visible and make money for you. If they can't do it for themselves, they can't do it for you. That's it. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll talk to you guys next week.